Hey, what's up, Dean? State Performance. We are at the shop early Tuesday morning. I didn't record a video yesterday. It was crazy running around. But did get down here. Mad Hatter in the shop. Barely fits, but it fit. Had to get a plate on my Magnum. So she's registered and insured. No motor or transmission. The Monte Carlo, almost as much as far as wiring, is everything I can get done is done. The front headlight harness is attached, so I clipped this side out, connected it. It has the ground, and then all the sockets are there. I left all of that. I did change the clips to the zip tie style clips. Those are cool. I like them. And then you got this side over here with the sockets. Same for the trunk, except I used the entire harness. So it's got the grommet. Grommet here. Sockets are down there, and then the harness is all the clips with the. I assume those are license plate lights. Other sockets are over there, and then it's got the plug in there with the ground. I don't know where the ground goes. I guess it goes down there. Yeah, it goes on that little screw down there. So all of that is good. Interior wise, I already had most everything done. I am going to check. I'm going to take a screwdriver and I'm going to check this, because I looked up the Monte Carlo. I can't figure out what this plug is because there's not a lot, or I'm just not looking for it right. Not sure what this is, but I believe this is the high beam plug. So I'm gonna test this to that switch down there, and if I get continuity across posts when I power it, so I'm not really sure, but I'm just gonna probe it, see if I get continuity. If I get continuity, then I can reuse these wires here and just take them out from back here somehow or another. They're in there. Yeah, it's in the clip there, like that, like that. See, so these are actually long enough to come up here, actually like perfect length to come up here. And it could just plug right in, actually. Maybe. Yep. It could plug right in. So I wouldn't even need to take this plug off. I was going to take the plug off, but there's no point in taking that plug off. Yeah, they're all on there. So I could just shove it in there like that. Basically like that. And if that's high beam, that's high beam. Cool. That's all done. The other thing is the power steering pump. I believe that is a -10. These are -8s. There's really not much I could do there, unless I reorder those fittings in a -10, but I don't really have time or space for the car. A lot of Nova and the OBS are coming back to get finished up. Nova's getting a bunch of stuff, but also got the outputs. Yeah. At the Holly outputs ran in this little harness. And then I did the zip tie things again. So it comes out there, comes around to the two relays. I have more relays coming. I thought I had two, but I only had one. So I have another relay coming to plug into here, but it's all wired. Everything is completely wired. This is the battery feed for the relays. Two. And this is the battery feed for the Holly. And then I know they're here. Oh, right here. This harness here is for the fans. It's extra long right now, but I'm gonna try to today, I don't know, somehow make a bracket for this. Maybe I'll just, I might just bend a little tab to come up and over each side, and just kind of hold it. And then take the fans and maybe weld like 2 tabs on the side, 2 tabs on the side, drill some holes and bolt that directly to the radiator. I could at least do that outside the car, and then mount that in there. And that's pretty much, without having this here for another month, probably. Maybe not a month, but a week at least, between having to order all the parts that it needs and everything. I still have to try to mount the pedal. You know, I can get real carried away with trying to do all of the things like the steam port stuff. Steam port's way over there. He's got a port there, a port there. So I would imagine the factory has some kind of loop on those. No idea. Or you do cap one side, because I don't think, now there's no tube that runs across, so that would have to be looped. And I would have done this one on that side and that one on this side in this particular car. I don't know how the factory does it, but that's how I would have done it in this car. But it is what it is. It wouldn't be too hard to get them off. But yeah, that's kind of the point I'm at with this. If I get the stuff finished, I should be able to get everything done today. Hopefully I'll get the pedal mounted, get all the radiator stuff done, and then that's pretty much it. I might just make one big tab to mount the shroud. I have to look at it because it doesn't have a bottom corner on either side. They've both been completely butchered out, so I have to do the plugs. But let me see what I can get done and we'll come back. Okay, so turns out that I took a screwdriver and stuck it in. This is high beam. It does have the click, and that is that switch right there. So I just took what I thought was going to be a floor mounted dimmer, which I did order one, and it plugs right in. So that's all good there. That's done. Everything else is separated and done. I even labeled them. Wiper switch, headlight switch. That's all his dashboard stuff, which he won't need all of that, because he has run the Dakota Digital stuff. No clue what that thing is for. Still cannot find anywhere that has anything to do with anything. So I'm not sure. I can see the wires here. They come up. I don't know what they do. So, yep, that's all of that. All the Holly stuff is wired up. We got all the batteries. The ground, I think, is the only one. No, I put all the grounds up here. So it's all wired up. The outputs go through the floorboard, through that grommet, over to the relays. We did that yesterday. These are all radio and cigarette lighter in this loop here. All his ignition stuff, that's all plugged in. What else? Oh, the throttle. Ended up making a spacer behind there, bolting it to the firewall. So the 2 top ones are bolted in. And it's a pretty good position for the brake. And it functions and gives room to switch back and forth and have carpet under it. So without a seat, I have no idea if it's really any good or not. It should be good. Just put it that way. Then I took the radiator back out. I welded some tabs all the way down, not all the way down the side, but from here to here. They're like 7.5 inches long or whatever. And then set the fan shroud back on, drilled and tapped into that plate, and then just used some nice button head screws, mounted that up. Did the plugs like I always do, the big plugs. You can see it down in there. Yep, see the 2 plugs, and I did the same thing I always do where this end is like the female and that end is the male, and then the fans are the opposite as well. There's 1 female and 1 male, so you can't, I mean, it wouldn't matter if you plugged them in backwards, but I don't know, it's just something my brain does. Came out here, put one of them zip tie things, went under the battery tray, which there's room to sneak it through, and these are the grounds for the fan. Tied them together. The powers come up. This is all the Holly stuff from yesterday. So everything, the battery feeds for the fans, the Holly, power and ground. So all this stuff is here. Battery cables are the ones he did. The only thing I got left is to make a cable that goes from the maxi fuse thing, or MIDI fuse, whatever they call it, up to the positive on the battery. Well, I got interrupted again, but so I just went ahead and I made the cable up. So here's this cable now for the MIDI fuse thing. Oh, I got to put the bolts back in this side over here, tighten that up, and then about all I can do. So for the LSA Monte Carlo, that is it. That's a wrap, whatever they say. But yep, bunch of parts came in. I got the pressure regulator, transducer came in. I think some other fittings came in for the Mad Hatter. I already got the air filter, the sock, some other little piece over there. I don't remember what that is. Oh, the fittings for the catch can. So yeah, I'm waiting on the catch can, which I think all that stuff will be here today. But for now, that's it. I'm out. I'm going home. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of new videos. Leave me a comment. As always, have a good day.